They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad. The slower ones, as many like to refer to them as, they're going to be angry. Why? Because, well, Sports Illustrated, much to the chagrin of Sheila Johnson, the owner of the Mystics, the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, and the gang is on the WNBA preview issue of Sports Illustrated.
Ooh, that is fire.
And now the reveal for everyone waiting.
Just beautiful. Beautiful work of art. I love it. That's sick.
With the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark just appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Angel Ree is elsewhere flipping tables like it's WrestleMania in the meantime. Did someone overlook the fact that it's basketball and not reality TV? We have all the spicy drama, salty tears, and championship-level shade, from magazine covers to media meltdowns. Is this the beginning of a new sports dynasty, or is it just the most ridiculous rivalry since dodgeball in middle school? Stay tuned because Angel Reese is having a complete meltdown, and this is more messy than a halftime Gatorade spill.
Consistency and being confident, and just being efficient, and just being able to be myself. And like I was saying, like, not worrying about anything else but me and just trusting the process. It's not going to happen overnight. Like, don't be expecting me to come down and shoot 6-7 threes a night. Like, obviously that's what I'm working on, but like.
The Indiana Fever's newest and best franchise investment, Caitlin Clark, has once again accomplished the unimaginable by being both extremely likable and competent. Yes, they are two characteristics that can seem more uncommon in the WNBA than packed stadiums. She is now featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She was dressed in full uniform, ball in hand, rather than in a bikini or as some airbrushed fantasy creature. All poise and accuracy. Just skill, self-assurance, and genuineness. No tricks, no hashtags about haters. It seems like having exceptional basketball skills is sufficient. Who would have thought that would still land you on a magazine cover?
You talk about, well, we're talking about America's team, and I can't help but to get all patriotic inside. When we're talking about America's team, I can't help but to feel all red, white, and blue inside the Indiana Fever Grace WNBA Preview 2025 Sports Illustrated.
Angel Ree, meanwhile. Oh, she's hidden away in the corner of the internet like it's her private VIP lounge, dressed in head-to-toe designer drama and emotionally adorned with yet another round of "they just don't understand me" monologues. Once boisterous, devoted, and prepared to throw virtual hands for her, her fan base is now slowly leaving the virtual space, disoriented and uneasy, as if they had just stumbled into a highly visible family breakdown at the neighborhood Applebee. You know, the kind where the uncle screams about respect as the aunt sobs over mozzarella sticks. Yes, that type of energy.
The Indiana Fever make the cover of Sports Illustrated, and there's plenty of content that came along.
Yeah, we starting this week a WNBA team on the cover of Sports Illustrated for the first time in a really long time.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Stay tuned for that. Yeah, super excited about that.
Do you know how long it's been?
So a couple years ago, we had a selection of players on the cover, but not just like one team. Like we had Candace Parker and Asia and Sue Bird. Mm-hmm. And then we've had one-off W players as solo covers, but I don't think we have ever had a team just being covered as a team for like, this was an interesting offseason, what happened, what comes next, ever. So I was very excited to get to work on that, and yeah, stay tuned for that.
Let's not act as though we were unaware of this. The entire atmosphere surrounding women's basketball changed like tectonic plates under a PR earthquake the instant Caitlin Clark's face appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated. According to reports, Angel Ree began groaning so loudly and frequently that meteorologists are still adjusting their equipment. There was no chance for local weather patterns. Instagram captions with cryptic song lyrics, passive-aggressive emojis, and enough all-caps indignation to trigger a federal inquiry into vibes can suddenly turn into a full-fledged thunderstorm of shade.
The Fever team, that's right. A lot of reaction coming in. Let's just take a look at the cover right here. Kelsey, Aaliyah, Caitlin, DeWanna Bonner. It's an awesome cover. It really is. I'm not going to even kid you. It's an awesome cover, and there's a lot of reaction to this that's floating in right now from fans, as you can expect. And the WNBA did, to their credit, actually share this, because with them, you never know. They've done what I think has been a better job of propping up their biggest star and showcasing their biggest star. Man, there's going to be a lot of hate on this. There's going to be a lot of mad mother effers out there, and I am here for it. I am here for it. Right here.
You see, a story was promised to Angel Reese. Main character energy was promised to her. The type of coverage that makes you the WNBA's Beyoncé was promised to her. However, when Caitlin Clark enters the picture with her impeccable style, Midwest manners, and nonchalant 30-point shooting, as if she's merely trying to stay warm, the plot lines abruptly change. Instead of headlines declaring that Reese controls the league, we now have Clark altering the game and Angel, somewhere off camera, desperately attempting to alter the fonts on her next social media post so that it screams injustice in cursive. The idea that Caitlin Clark simply keeps playing hoops and miraculously winds up everywhere has a lovely irony. Although Angel reappears to work full-time as the unofficial public relations enemy of the league. With threes and assists, one is gaining respect. Like their limited edition Jordans, the other is hoarding microphones.
Caitlin Clark Kent, the big four for the Indiana Fever. Fever Dream. There's much more to the W's most watched team than the Caitlin Clark show. We're not even going to get into the headline. I'm not going to take off my glasses, raise the people's eyebrow, put back on the people's glass. We're not even going to do that. We're not even going to do that. Salute to the Indiana Fever, and salute to the Indiana Fever front office for launching this.
However, let's discuss the actual Sports Illustrated cover. IT was more than a picture. It was an assertion. The title essentially whispered, "This is what happens when you back it up with talent," while Caitlin stood there as if she had simply reversed the gravitational pull of women's sports. There was not a single pout. There isn't a 5-part documentary series about miscommunication. Perfect, polished, and indisputable. Additionally, if you pay careful attention, you can hear the sound of another smoke detector in Angel's public relations department going off. Because, let's be honest, no one can pitch a fit with the grace and theatrical flair of Angel Reese. There are more story twists in her post-game interviews than in a Shonda Rhimes pilot. For a little moment, she is just concentrated on the squad, and the next she's letting out a speech that seems like she's taking it personally after being turned down for America's Got Talent. She is constant, to be fair. She would lead the league in off-court dramatics and side eye per 36 minutes if consistency were a WNBA statistic.
So the latest issue of Sports Illustrated is out, and the Indiana Fever are gracing its cover, saying there is much more to the W's most watched team than the Caitlin Clark show. I kind of love that they included DeWanna Bonner in this cover because she is an integral member of the team, and about a month ago there was a video going around that Kelsey Mitchell had posted, just some random video of all of them in their red, rebel red uniform, and everyone on social media was like, what is going on? Did they get new uniforms? And you could tell that they were at a park, and it ends up that they were shooting the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Naturally, her admirers are out there doing mental acrobatics of the highest caliber, asserting that media prejudice is the true reason she isn't on the cover. You are aware of that elusive power that, for some reason, only manifests itself when someone is denied their desires. Despite her talent, Caitlin Clark was left off the cover. No, there has to be a plot. Call Scooby-Doo, please. Folks, we have a mystery.
What is not a mystery, you ask?
Clark is posting numbers that may support an analytics division. From a distance of 30 feet, this woman shoots as if placing a coffee order. Her court vision is so acute that her passes could cut through ice. She seems to be using Google Maps while everyone else is out here asking folks for directions. She says with humility, "I'll break your ankles." After then, kindly apologies for any inconvenience. In the meantime, Real Housewives reunion specials appear to have influenced Angel's brand approach. Drama, tears, the occasional thrown object, metaphorically we hope, and the constant, "you don't know what I've been through," storyline are all present. It's adding vitality to reality TV. Hashtag.
You can see here the Indiana Fever will be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I believe it's out. I'm actually going to run over to the local Barnes & Noble here in a little bit and see if I can get a copy if it's still there. They actually still make magazines, I believe. But anyway, as you can see, Sports Illustrated WNBA preview issue. Very cool cover, I have to say. Very cool cover. I know that you're going to get people who be like, well, why is it just those four? Where's Sophie Cunningham? And on and on. You know the thing. But it's a cool cover, okay? The more people you have, the smaller they get on that. I got to say, for the WNBA preview, when you're talking about the Indiana Fever, I'm glad that it's not just Caitlin Clark. I think this was a smart decision, actually, by Sports Illustrated, which has been was an iconic, incredible magazine for.
Let's not overlook the hilarious goldmine that is Angel reposted another mysterious Instagram story, because it seems like every emoji is now a political statement, and every song's hazy lyrics are a veiled plea for approval. One day, it's a Rihanna lyric and a broken heart. The words "they'll see soon" appear on a black screen next, followed by 12 eye emojis. Calm down, sis. It's not the finals of a spoken word poetry competition. It's basketball season. We are not deciphering hieroglyphics. We are merely attempting to determine whether you are substituting the cafeteria food, your coach, or your teammates. Caitlin Clark, meantime, is over here nonchalantly making 30-point triple-doubles as if it were a light exercise. She's not weeping for dignity. While ESPN anchors are running out of superlatives, she is earning it stat by stat. They brag about how unstoppable she is. They yell that it's a generational talent. As their thesauruses burn from excessive use, they proclaim themselves the face of women's basketball. Additionally, Angel's PR is frantically bashing a keyboard somewhere behind the mayhem. Send the press release again with a crying emoji and 3 exclamation points. 2 sobbing emojis, perhaps. Make it sentimental.
There'll be a lot of mad mother effers out there, and I am here for it. I am here for it. Right here, the quote, should have put the whole WNBA on it. People are gonna be pissed. They are indeed. Yeah, somebody brought up her shoes she's wearing. Caitlin Clark's shoes are, man, they're sick. Oh, that's red Kobe's. Mambas. Man, I like that. I do.
The responses are standard. And by textbook, we mean something straight out of Dramatic for Dummies. Some fans are yelling, "Angel brings fire." This is technically accurate if post-game rants that may serve as audition recordings for a reality TV program dubbed Survivor WNBA Edition go under your definition of fire. These aren't your typical "we played hard" interviews. No. Angel's post-game sound bites have enough suspense, side-eye, and narrative twists to be considered emotional thrillers. Half of her press conferences could have the phrase "emotional damage" as their subtitles. To be honest, it would follow. But those who support the turmoil assert that she is enthusiastic. Indeed, passion is wonderful. Passion lights the figurative fire beneath teammates, leads locker rooms, and scores touchdowns. However, let's not act as though there isn't a thin line separating sincere emotion from outright staged mayhem. The troops are rallied by one type of passion. In the other case, WNBA Twitter screenshots your quote with the comment, "Girl, what one is the spark in the huddle?" The second reason is that during warm-ups, half of your team wears AirPods. Which one is in play here is up to you.
While many people were asking questions, wait, Slam Magazine, Mercury Rising, why don't you have the Fever Rising on this? You know how many copies of this magazine you would sell? Yeah, we have Caitlin Clark's name on the cover, but the Fever Rising need to be on the cover. It seems as if the schedule was full. They were all booked up that day. Yeah, we had Time Magazine to take care of. We had Nike to take care of. We had this to take care of. Oh, we had a Gamebridge event that day. Sorry, Slam, couldn't make it. Slam Magazine, Sports Illustrated. I guess I'll go Sports Illustrated. I guess we'll go to Sports Illustrated. The Big Four, folks. The Big Four.
In the meantime, the Caitlin Clark train is moving on with full steam in Indiana. Nobody is even trying to be discreet about it. The Fever social media staff is acting like proud parents at a science fair at a middle school, sharing every help, smile, and hair flip as if Sue Bird were making a comeback. The caption team can almost be heard saying, "Look, she dribbled." Iconic. In all honesty, why shouldn't they? Caitlin Clark does more than simply play hoops. She's holding emergency defensive meetings with opposition teams, jerseys, shopping carts, and butts and chairs. When the female sneezes, it becomes popular. She is an ecosystem rather than only a player. All of a sudden, arenas that had previously sounded like deserted warehouses were crammed to capacity with yelling spectators hoping to get a glimpse of grandeur and perhaps even a TikTok moment. By herself, she is turning the WNBA from an all-too frequently unappreciated league into a must-see spectacle that dominates headlines. And not in the "oh no, what now" manner. No, this is the kind of extravaganza that sells out. The positive sort. Scalpers are having their finest summer since Beyoncé's previous tour, and sponsors are competing for ad slots. Caitlin is providing the heat that pays the bills, even though Angel may bring fire.